Hey everybody, HEWBRIS here. So recently in the community, we've been talking a lot about cheating, and regardless of the controversies that are going on currently with accounts getting banned or political, all that jargon aside, I'm not going to take a stance at that. I think plenty of content creators have done that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to offer a solution that I think is not only beneficial for CG, but also beneficial for the players. Wow. That's a real thing? Yes. Yes, chat, it is. So, let me go ahead and preface this a little bit. So cheating has been a thing in Galaxy Heroes since the beginning. The API involved with Galaxy Heroes is pretty antiquated, and is very easily exploitable. Software has been data mined to God knows how much. And people have figured out how to exploit things in the game, from character interactions like the Finn C3PO interaction to do massive amounts of damage in HSTR to all sorts of things. So now we have something, and this was in the game prior to with tournaments, but now we have Grand Arena Championships, and obviously people don't care. It's not affecting the bottom line for the players when people are cheating in PvE, but now when we're talking about PvP, people start caring. So now that we have actual metrics to measure ourselves up against with each other, there's going to be lots and lots of complaining about cheating. So cheating exists in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Everybody knows it. I'm not going to talk about how people cheat now because that's not okay. I am just going to say that people still do cheat. So, to fill you in a little bit more on a history of myself, HEWBRIS. So I played competitive Magic for Magic the Gathering, the card game, for years and years. I mean, I've been playing since 2003 Onslaught. Yeah, so I've been playing for a really long time. I've been out of the competitive scene for a little bit now, but just recently, I mean, I was playing in Grand Prix and major tournaments. And obviously, with any game that is played at a competitive level, especially for money, you have a lot of cheating. Now, how Magic handles this issue is they have what's called judges. So, a player's intelligent enough to know that, hey, what the guy across from me is doing is not okay. What you're doing is not okay. Maybe I can't explain it. Maybe I can explain it. So we have a really simple process, and we have something similar in Galaxy Heroes. And all we do is raise our hand and we say judge. And being on the other side, because I have judged tournaments before as well. Being on the other side, you go over there, you kind of analyze the situation, you figure out what's going on, and then from there you take action as necessary there's a huge rule book that you have to follow, and basically the situation has to be categorized into whether it was blatant cheating and then they get disqualified and banned, and maybe they even get suspension time. And then we have something similar to that in Galaxy Heroes. However, the thing that we don't have similarly, and this is where my solution comes in, is we don't have a way to really see whether or not our opponent is cheating. We can kind of guess, we're like, this just doesn't make any sense. But there's no physical way of saying, hey, that guy should have not been able to beat my squads. He should have not been able to full clear me. He put his entire account on defense. I had a tough time full clearing him, and then he comes back at me with worse mods and worse geared tunes and full clears me for more banners. So that's something that that's something that's really obvious. Hey, by the way, something's not up, and you can report them there. And that's kind of like what I was saying. Hey, judge, what's going on with this? But CG is hiding from us the information of what actually happened, and we don't know whether or not they were cheating or we just got beat out. I mean, it happens. Perfect RNG and stuff, and it could be a close one. And a lot of these, I mean, the people who cheat really well in Magic are doing stuff that's subtle. It's not super blatant. And the way these guys are cheating now is kind of subtle. It's not obvious. So what I recommend, and this is something that the players have wanted for a very, 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 very long time, basically since the inception of Territory Wars, is let us see what the opponent used against our squads. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. If I can see what they're doing from the opposite side of the table, if I can see what they're doing on their phone, if I can see what squad they used, then I can be like, all right, I can see where this could be a thing. And then, you know, I can see whether or not they're cheating or whatever. So that's all it has to be. All it has to be. I'm not talking about some Clash of Clans craziness where you can watch somebody, you know, take down your castle live. I'm just saying, hey, you know, as soon as they're done with a match, when you go to the history of it and you can see the squad that they used against you, and you can see whether or not it was viable. Not only does this help the cheating problem, which is a very big problem now with Grand Arena Championships, and in order for this to be successful, CG, listen to me, in order for Grand Arena Championships to be successful, you have to address the cheating problem. I know you're trying your best to try and address the cheating problem, but let the players help you. Let the community help you. Don't be like it's us against them. Let us help you. And in return, you give us a really neat feature that allows us to learn. We can analyze our matches. We can figure out what is cheating and what isn't cheating from physically watching it, seeing the history of it. And it also kind of gives us a more of a strategy thing. It's more of a, hey, okay, so this team that I keep setting keeps getting beat by this team. So if I see this team in somebody else's roster, I probably shouldn't put this team on defense, etc., right? So, back to the point. CG, what I'm saying is that we desperately need this feature. Desperately. It's almost more important for the structural integrity of the game than any other QLL update I can think of. This would change so much, and it would be honestly a big burden off your shoulders. I know that it's probably complicated. It's probably not an easy task, but neither is delivering brand new content all the time. I understand that, you know, you had struggles releasing Grand Arena in the first place. You know, we had multiple crashes with that. What I'm saying is work through this, take your time, make sure it's done right, run it through the beta testers, take those extra couple weeks, tell EA, no, we are not done yet. There's not enough developers that do that. Do that. Grow a pair, and say, hey, EA, give us a time to make the product right. If you can do that, then maybe, just maybe, we can save this game mode. Because from what I'm seeing right now, Grand Arena Championships is only exploiting the fact that everybody's cheating and you guys are spread too thin to do anything about it. Alright, so if you like this video, please leave a like. Please, please, please leave a like. Comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. It really does help me out. If you are interested in learning more about me, feel free to follow my Twitch stream. It's going to be in the link, or it's going to be in the description down below. But yeah, thanks guys for giving me a little watch. As always, HEWBRIS out.